I'm Alyssa and I wrote a book. Well, the first draft of one anyway. If you're anything like me, revision is where everything falls apart and you're left with the crumbling skeleton of a book that needs your constant attention to put it back together. Welcome to my series where I complete a major revision in 6 weeks. You know Henry David Thoreau, and who was like lived by himself as a hermit in the woods and just wrote books, you know, like, do you remember that guy? Or Walden, who was it? One of those guys who lived in the woods, you know? Apparently the only contact he had with civilization for like years was that his sister and mom like did his laundry for him. I'm like, this is looking pretty good. Like, A, you don't have to do laundry. I feel like I walked this line, and I currently am right now, where I really value having a day job and like a life outside of writing. Gives me the inspiration to write, and it gives me a social community, and it's like other creative things, like I get to do some cool things in my work. I'm excited about that. I am! It's just like that will sometimes eat all of the creative energy. If this was my 9 to 5, I could get this whole revision done in like a week, honestly. Like if I was working from 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, like I could get this done so much faster, and then I wouldn't have to spend so much time revising. Fine, I'll do all of chapter 8. Is that what you wanted? You guys want to know something just really joyful and really fun? As you may know, we talk about periods here, so get over it. So I'll keep it brief, okay? But here I was on Sunday morning making this just really ambitious plan for the week of like, yeah, I have 2 really full days of work and the rest of the days are still pretty full, but like, oh yeah, and I have all these things in the evening, but like, you know what? I'll have the energy and motivation to also draft because I need to revise, you know? Okay, listen. So, okay. I feel like once this happens, it like ruins my entire week. I'm like, well, my apartment is it's not as messy as it has been, but it's like really getting there. And I've been putting off I've been cleaning a little bit here and there, but I know it just is gonna require like a good like 30 minutes. Let's get this thing back in order, you know? And I also need to, I've only done 1.5 chapters out of 6, and I'd like to be done with it this week. So that's the other thing we need to do, but also there's a couple videos I need to edit. I feel like I'm on Premiere, which is the editing software that I use, like more than I'm on my phone, which actually is definitely true. I mean, I'm editing these videos, and then I'm like a videographer at my job, so like either I am having a full shoot day or I am editing for 8 hours, and then I come here and I edit, and I'm like, I like it, but like I feel like I close my eyes and I still just see the panels of Premiere in front of me. So much video editing. So things kind of devolved personally in the personal realm of things. Everything's fine, but there have just been some unforeseen, pretty major changes for me. Yeah, but you literally saw me 1 second ago, so you were not concerned, but maybe now you are. It's been like 2 days. It's not been very long. It's really crazy how your life can change in 2 days. Anyway, we're not going to go into that, but I don't want those changes to just take over everything. Like, I want to be consistent in the things that are remaining consistent. So I think what I'm going to do is change my scenery a little bit. I've just been kind of in my apartment a lot recently, which is good because that means that I haven't been going to coffee shops and spending money. So that is good. It's good when you start to get bored of the setting because that means I'm just like actually just writing and not having to go somewhere. I get to go to the Barnes and Noble, I think, because I was trying to think of like, it's Friday night. Where is a place that I could go that has like decent seating? It won't be super loud and crowded, and the libraries all close at like 6. So yeah, I think Barnes is gonna be the move. But I'm really gonna try, I mean, I might buy like one book. I actually have not bought books in a while. I will maybe get one book. That would be allowed, but that's it. Okay, you hear me? One. Sorry. I went to Barnes & Noble, and then the cafe, it was closed, and I asked the people very nicely if I could just sit in the cafe, and they were like, no, and I was like, fine. But then there was no chairs anywhere, and it was really okay, and we're all gonna be fine, but I couldn't exactly sit and write, so then I had to go to a different Starbucks, so then I just spent more money than I really wanted to today, but that's okay. A little haul. I did not get very many books, but they were having 20% off instead of 10% off on your membership, and it was double points. So I was like, I'm saving money. First book I got, The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. I just love all of Abby Jimenez's rom-coms. She also lives in my state that I grew up, so I'm like, support the Minnesota writers, right? I'm gonna read that tonight. And then I got this trilogy. I've been waiting to get this until they had all 3 books. Why? It's called Fireborn. Second book is... I was confused because this is the 3rd book and it's very short. Like, isn't the 3rd book supposed to be the longest one? Dragons. YA. We love to see it. I did only write through that one chapter that I had already started. It's only 7:40. I really could have stayed there for another hour. I'm also very annoyed because I couldn't like find the will to ask for decaf because I just knew that they would like, I just like didn't want to deal with the drama. And so I got like a caffeinated coffee at 6 p.m. Now we have to deal with the repercussions of that. So I might be up late. So maybe we'll just crank out the writing, That was chaos. See ya. There's just a lot of life change happening right now, very unexpectedly. Like, despite any changes that are going on, I still feel rooted in writing, and I still feel like this goal that I have is attainable, and it's nice that it's consistent. Like, I know that in a month I'm still gonna be working on this book, And it's also just giving me a lot of perspective. I know I'm not giving you any information about what's happening, and that's, kind of intentional, but like, as sucky as life change is sometimes, I think it also is good at just like kind of grounding you where you are and making you re-examine like, what are your priorities? What is the next year gonna look like? How do I get from the place where I am right now to the place where I want to be? Whether it's writing or just like life in general. It brings fresh perspective to the writing as well, because I think if you're kind of living in a habitual routine that you're kind of around the same people and talking about the same kinds of things and having the same kind of routine, when something kind of changes and it changes like what you're thinking about and who you're seeing and what you're talking about, I think that can also bring in a fresh perspective for writing as well. So Okay, everyone, red alert. Well, red alert number 2. Okay, the first thing is I did cut my hair. It's part of my midlife crisis. Sorry, quarter life crisis, is that what they're calling it? I don't know. It's Saturday night. If you're watching this, please, hopefully, it is yesterday. It's currently yesterday. I need to finish this. I have 3, I would say 2.5 chapters remaining, and it's and okay, I always told myself that I wasn't gonna let the video editing get in the way of the writing. Like if the vlogging came in between the writing and me, like the vlogging needs to be an asset. And right now it is. But like, listen, like I need to just sit down and do this. I just need to do it. I just need to finish it. I am sitting in this chair until these 3 are done. This is prep for Nano, okay? This is called building willpower. I know what you're thinking. Oh, you're already messing with your bangs a lot. Is this a good decision? Yes, it is a good decision. Thank you. Look at the claw clip option. She's so trendy. Oh, it also cut that way too. It's shorter than it was. There you go. This is how my hair kind of was when I started this channel. Bringing back the memes, right? This is the last time I'm talking to you. Do you hear me? I am just going to sit my little patootie down and finish revising these 3 chapters. It's literally not going to be hard. These are some of my favorite chapters in the book. It's literally going to be fine.